Good day. How you doing today? It's beautiful to be back here today to share with you some very important things in my sphere, and that's talking about public speaking. Today, I want to share with you some thoughts on how you can improve your ability to speak confidently. Yeah, just to tell you a few things that would help you in this video. I'm sure you know by now that my videos are very powerful when it comes to effective communication, particularly when you have to talk about public speaking, confidence building, and the like. So today, I want to give you something very important. And today, I just want to deal with the subject matter of speaking confidently. What do you need to do? How do you get around it? Some of the tips that I believe would help you to speak confidently. Just before these tips, I want to establish some very interesting facts that we have come across over the years. I've reviewed these, I think, in one of my videos, yeah. But today, just a reminder, so it leads us into the depth of the video, the teaching today. Now, it's estimated that 75% of adults suffer from the fear of public speaking, which is called glossophobia. 75. That's a huge number. That percentage is massive. And of course, the effect of this fear, it has a couple of effects, and I just list out maybe 2 or 3 of them. One of them is that it makes your voice become very difficult to control. You begin to have croaky voice, dry throat. You begin to experience dry lips. You begin to experience shaky hands, right? And then for some people, their knee begin to jerk and wobble underneath them. Some have sweaty palms, okay? And a couple of those things. In fact, in some extreme cases, I've seen people who actually go blank. Yes. Yeah, glossophobia does that. Glossophobia does that. They just go blank. They stand on stage. They're wondering what they ought to say next, and the lines just disappear. So they just blank out. I mean, standing on stage, looking at everybody. In some other people's cases, they begin to have blurry vision while on stage. So this glossophobia is a very strong thing you need to deal with. And that's why as a coach, I teach people, coach people in this area of public speaking. And so you can just reach out to me. Yeah, you can click the link in the comment section or in the details of this video. You will find my WhatsApp details there, and you can reach out and let's talk. Let's talk about it. So let's progress. Let's look into what I have to share with you today. How to speak confidently. So the big question is, how do I speak confidently, having known that this glossophobia can deal with me or deal with anyone else in this magnitude? The first thing I like to share, and I always encourage everyone I coach, everyone I talk to in the respect of public speaking, I tell people, do well to prepare adequately and be organized. You see, when you prepare adequately, you take all the time you need, prepare, revise your work, organize your presentation, think about it, meditate on it, go over it again and again. It helps you to overcome the fear of speaking, because something very critical that James Baker said, and I came across the words of James Baker from when I was back in primary school. I recall my dad gave me a book titled How to Study and Be Successful in School. And one of the things that James Baker said, which applies to public speaking and in fact to anything else, is the 5 P's of success. He said, proper preparation prevents poor performance. I'll take it again. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. 5 P's of success. In public speaking, if you take out the time to prepare adequately and organize your work, you will definitely not encounter poor performance, even when you're dealing and struggling with stage fright. It will help you to face it and deal with it as time progresses. Now, the reason is because when you look at an orchestra, or you look at a particular group, or you look at, say, an orchestra, a choir, a band, I like to use these 3 for these examples all the time, because they give you what it takes to properly prepare. Now, if you attend the rehearsals of an orchestra, the final last 3 rehearsals, they stage out like they are actually performing the live show. That's proper preparation. If you attend the rehearsals of a live band, when they are doing their finals, their dress rehearsals, they actually come on stage, perform like they're at the show. That's proper preparation. If you attend a good choir rehearsals, they actually mount the stage, the altar, and they position the instrumentation, they do all the syncopations, they do everything as though they are ministering that song that day. So that again is proper preparation. Now that's the level of preparation you need to put in before you make a speech, before you go out there to do something. Why? Because if you do not prepare adequately and organize yourself, you are going to face a huge experience on stage, especially when you forget a cue or a line. You might just go blank because you're dealing with stage fear originally. The second thing I'd like to share with you today is that you need to connect with your audience from the very beginning of your presentation or your speech. And note, the first 5 minutes of your presentation is critical, very, very vital. Now, the first 5 minutes will determine everything. Yes, some people may pick up along the line, but you may pick up, but your audience may not likely pick up. Now, people make decision about whether or not you're a good speaker within the first 5 minutes. And if you can't connect with your audience within the first 5 minutes, forget it. You're down. You're absolutely down. You've lost your audience. You've lost the people that you're prepared to come deliver to. So your first 5 minutes is very, very critical. And I encourage you to take the time to prepare so that when you get up on stage, you can connect with your audience adequately within the first 5 minutes. So this is very important, and I don't want you to take it for granted. The third thing, again, is your mindset. Now, your positive mental imagery, what you hold in your mind, is very critical. Now, Simon Sinek said something. He was describing a scenario of how the human mind works. And he said, there is these guys that do skiing, and they do snow skiing. So they ski in between trees. They just go in between trees, and then this tree, they dodge, they go. He said, when you focus on the path, you are not going to notice the trees. You won't see the trees. You will just see the path. So what you focus on is what you would see. And as you focus on the path and you navigate through the path, you will just find this skiing. They're doing very well. Now, when you focus on the trees, you will see the trees and you will bump into the trees. Now, that's the danger. Now, your positive mental imagery is critical. When you want to go do a talk, what do you imagine? What do you think will be the end result of your presentation? So, cutting it in simple words, I put it this way: what you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. So in your mind, what do you see when you're preparing to go deliver a presentation? What do you see? This is very important, and I need you to take it seriously. All right? Again, it's important, folks, for you to manage your nerves. You see, the nerves is very critical. Some people take things that's going to affect your nerves. Why? Because when you get on stage, you're going to have a full release of adrenaline into your system. And if you have caffeine in there already and you have adrenaline coming in, it's going to be double tragedy for you because you have caffeine to deal with. Adrenaline is coming into the system. It's going to be a lot of problems. So avoid caffeine, avoid all of those things. I don't think you need any of those things to speak, actually. You just need to understand the dynamics of how these things work. And when you do, you'll do great, right? So listen to relaxing music when you feel nervous, especially when you're going to the venue of presentation. Sit down. What I do is I listen to good jazz music. I'm a jazz fan. I love jazz. I love classic music. So I listen to jazz. I listen to classical music. I just listen to all of those great sounds, and I listen to all those great sounds that just ease and make me feel good, really good, feels good. And when I listen to those, I feel very refreshed. It's great. Another thing you could do, you could listen to a podcast that energizes you. So pick a podcast that you like, and listen to the podcast, or you listen to good music, relaxing music. Another thing under managing your nerves that you can do is to master controlled breathing. Now, controlled breathing enables you to manage the process of your heart rate when you're on stage. If you learn the art of controlled breathing, I'll find one of the videos and I'll just work on each of these details as a video, isolate each one and just show you how in a real scenario. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to manage controlled breathing, how to master it. It's very important, you need it. But for the purposes of this video, I'm just highlighting what you need to do to be able to speak confidently. And of course, you can try exercise, because what exercise really does for you is that exercise reduces stress by releasing endorphins. Now, endorphins help reduce stress levels and make you feel better. So try exercise. I do skipping. Yeah. For me, that's my great exercise. Swimming, skipping, fantastic. I can do about 200 skips in a row. I'm trying, sometimes I do 300, sometimes 400, sometimes 500 in a row at a stretch. So I try to do that. But the minimum I try to do each day, each time I skip, is maybe 200 or so. But I just ensure that I skip, because those endorphins, you need them to help reduce your stress level in your system. Now, as a speaker, it doesn't mean that great speakers don't encounter stage fear. The difference is just that we know how to control it. And that's why I'm sharing this video with you. It's going to help you. Maybe I'll just take two more and I'll give a break here. Now, the next one I want to share with you is what I call pause. Yes, the break in the video is not that there's a glitch. I just showed you what I meant. Pause. Take pauses. Learn to pause. Now, what does it do? Pausing helps to reduce your speaking speed. That's number one. It helps to reduce your speaking speed, particularly if you're a fast speaker like me. I speak very fast, okay? So I take those pauses for two reasons. One, to reduce my speaking speed. Two, to enable my audience take in the things I've said, process, digest, and meditate on the things I've said. So those pauses, they give me the ability to control my speaking speed. They give me the ability to give my audience some time to be able to take in the things I've said prior. And thirdly, they eliminate what we call filler words. When you take pauses, you notice that you will not find yourself in a situation where you'll be saying things like, I try so those filler words, they're real nasty when you speak and you use them. I hear a lot of speakers. I was listening to an interview and the young man was speaking and said, I'm like, I started to count the number of, and it was just in my head, it's wrong. Pause. Yes, pause. When you pause, you can actually process better. And that is very important in this speaking game. I give you one more tip. There's so many I have in my head, but let me drop one more for you. Okay, I'll make it two. The next thing you should learn to do is to utilize what I call confidence boosters. Now, confidence boosters are people in the audience who have friendly faces. They are people that when you speak, you can pick them as you look into your audience and they're nodding in agreement to what you're saying. They're smiling at you, they're in agreement with the point you're raising. And when you do that, you focus on those people, they boost your confidence. They tell you without any words, through what we call nonverbal communication, they're telling you, you're the great guy we've been looking for. You're doing great. Keep on saying what you're saying. We agree with you. And we're saying to you, give it all. Give it all, man. We're here for you. So those kind of people are what I call confidence boosters. There are people I call confidence boosters. They are friendly faces. Focus on such people, utilize them, and they will help you speak better. And finally, people, on this very video, this is it. Focus on your message. Yes, focus on your message. There are two important areas of your message you need to understand. What are you saying? And why is it important to the audience? What are you saying? And why should the audience care about what you're saying? When you have these two things wrapped in your head and you know what you're saying, the import of what you're saying, and why it should matter to the audience, then you're a great speaker. That's your message. Focus on it. When you focus on these two elements, what you're saying, why it should matter to the audience, then you will do great speaking. These are some tips that I know will help you. In the next video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can also improve better. As a continuation of this video, I'm going to be sharing with you what we call creating a stage persona and the things you can do to create a stage persona. I'm going to be dwelling on that because that in itself is critical in public speaking. How do you create a stage persona? What are the things you need to look out for? So watch out for my next video, and trust me guys, you will get value from the next video just like you're getting from this one. And go to my description and you can click the link in my description and join the Public Speaking Academy. I'm running a Public Speaking Academy right now, and I'd like you to join it. Also in the description, I'm going to put the link where you can also subscribe for my forthcoming Junior Public Speaking Masterclass 3.0. The Junior Public Speaking Masterclass 3.0 will be coming up first week in the month of April. So I want to encourage you, sign up your children from ages 7 to 15 to be a part of the Junior Public Speaking Masterclass. And I tell you what, they will benefit immensely from that masterclass. So see you around. Enjoy. Join the Public Speaking Academy. Sign up your kids for the Junior Public Speaking Masterclass. And keep watching. Stay glued to this channel. Greater content's coming your way every week. Bye for now.